The 100-meter finalist swinging into the home straight as expected. Fotopoulou of Cyprus on the inside. Henriksson of Sweden in lane number 5, pushing for an automatic spot. And on the track, talking of track action, it's time for the semi-finals of the women's 200 metres. A reminder, we had round 1 races earlier, the prelims as we call them, and the top 12 across those prelim events are now mixing it in with the top 12 ranked athletes in Europe. And it's the first 2 and the next 2 fastest that make the final tomorrow night, the final event of day 5. Sarah Achujakia of Switzerland will start in lane number 9. Just under 23 seconds this year. The cowbells are ringing for the Swiss athlete on the outside. Tassagia of the Netherlands, just outside 23 seconds this year, will start in lane number 8. There'll be a big roar for the athlete in lane number 7, Dalia Kadari of Italy. The Italian, 2 times a World Championship finalist in the relay. She goes in lane number 7. 23.48 clocking, potentially the pre-race favourite in this first semi-final. Great Britain and Northern Ireland's Daryl Neita, the fastest season's best and the fastest personal best, 22.50 seconds for the Briton. She goes in lane 6. Poliniki Amauildu of Greece starts in lane number 5, a semi-finalist in the 100 metres here already. Hélène Parisot of France starts in lane number 4. The second quickest qualifier from the prelims this morning. She ran a personal best of 22.86 seconds. The French athlete starts in 4. A nice wave. Esperance Cladera of Spain starts in lane number 3. The final qualifier from round 1 this morning. And in lane number 2, Martina Kotwila of Poland. European Championship silver medalist in the relay in Munich 2 years ago. So the first semi-final of 3 in the women's 200 metres. A reminder, the first 2 and the next 2 non-automatic qualifiers guaranteed a place in the final at just before 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And on paper, Daryl Neita in lane number 6, the British athlete, in the centre lane. There she is. The fastest in the field, sub-11 seconds over 100 metres, choosing to concentrate on the 200 metres here in Rome, starts in lane number 6. Silence falls across the Stadio Olimpico for the first semi-final of the women's 200 metres. So a fast start as expected from Neita, the British athlete in lane number 6, already taken the stagger out of Kadari, the Italian outsider. Just the first 2 guaranteed a place in the final. And Daryl Neita's looking smooth. Parisot of France moving nicely in lane number 4. But this is all about Daryl Neita of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Gier of the Netherlands in lane number 8 has potentially come through for the second automatic qualifying spot. 22.51 seconds, just shy of her season's best, the British athlete that she ran in Oslo just a few days ago. And the big Q next to the names of Neita and Gier, 22.51, 22.70. And Parisot of France, well, congratulations to her. A lifetime best of 22.73. And for the Greek athlete in 4th at 22.84. We will wait and see with 2 more semi-finals to come. But guaranteed qualification for Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the Netherlands.
Well, it was a commanding performance from Neita. She had this race really wrapped up coming off the bend. At this stage, starting to go through the gears, motor away, and it becomes a battle for that second automatic qualifying spot. Gier coming through so strongly, and she's trying to close down on Neita, but Neita's away. It was a superb effort from the Briton, and that really will put down a marker.
Confirmation, 22.51 for Neita. Gier automatically through, and our 3rd and 4th places will wait patiently with 2 more semi-finals to come.
So now it's the second semi-final of the women's 200 metres. There's the Norwegian record holder, Henriette Jaeger, still just 20 years of age. One of the women to look out for, following on from that victory in the first semi-final from Britain's Daryl Neita. Tension just rising. Kristina Szymanowska of Poland in lane 7, just disappearing to the side. So now the presentation begins, and it is Talia Prepons, the 2017 World Under-18 champion. And as I said, that personal best of 22.83 in her heat this morning. On her inside, the woman who actually finished behind her in 2017 in that World Under-18 Championships, Jael Bestawi, seeded athlete, as is Kristina Szymanowska, the World University Games champion in 2019. Close to a personal best this year with 22.95. Perhaps the favourite for this semi-final, Henriette Jaeger, just 3 weeks ago reduced the Norwegian national record to 22.58. And the Norwegians, well, there's plenty in the crowd. Nora Lindahl, excellent run in the heats this morning. Personal best of 22.97. So she's in great form as well. Leonie Poignet of Switzerland, European Under-23 Championships bronze medalist in the relay last year. Alexa Sullian, European Under-20 Championships silver medalist over this distance, just 19 years of age. And on the inside, Irene Siragusa, certainly going to get quite a lot of attention from the crowd, and she's absolutely loving it. She was a World University Games champion over 200 meters in 2017. So the 3 seeded athletes, keep an eye on lanes 6, 7 and 8. Jaeger of Norway, Szymanowska of Poland and Bestawi of Spain. So they settle into their blocks. One last time from the inside, Siragusa, Sullian, Poignet, Lindahl, Jaeger, Szymanowska, Bestawi and Prepons. The second semi-final of the women's 200 meters. And it is indeed Jaeger who gets away very quickly in lane 6. Also running well, Bestawi, the Spaniard, out in lane 8. And it's Jaeger at the moment who's got a lot of ground to make up on Bestawi. And Poignet is at this moment having the race of her life. But now Jaeger starting to close down on Bestawi and going through the gears. This has been a great last 40, 50 metres from Jaeger. Fulfills her role as favourite and wins unofficially in 22.71. Bestawi coming through for second. They're the 2 automatic qualifiers. Bestawi 1/10 behind in 22.81. Personal best for Lindahl, but she'll have to wait and see whether she goes through as her fastest. No, she's just a little bit outside of the hot seats, but gets a personal best in 3rd, Lindahl. Sigh of relief from Emadulu and Parisot in those hot seats, but there's one semi-final to go.
But look at the contrast of effort between this second semi-final and the first. Jaeger, the Norwegian, she was the favourite with a season's best and personal best of 22.58. She did come through with some good strength, but the Spanish athlete in lane number 8 made her work. There was a lot more gas given out by the athletes in that second semi-final than the first, but Jaeger got the job done. European Under-23 silver medalist last year, and that was over the 400-metre distance, has dropped down and made the European Championship final. So job well done.
So there's the results, confirmed that Jaeger and Bestawi, Norway and Spain, go through to tomorrow night's final.
And back on the track, right next to the pole vaulting bed, semi-final number 3 of the women's 200 metres. Jessica Bianca Vesoli of Germany, though, starts on the outside in lane number 9. 23 seconds dead. That's what she raced earlier to qualify for this semi-final. Well, Larka Takacs of Hungary just missed the 100-metre final here. She was the 9th fastest. She ran 11.16 seconds in the semi-final of the 100. And in good form this year with a 22.71 clocking. But there's the defending champion, Munjinga Kambunji of Switzerland, 8th in the 100-metre final, back, and one of the few athletes here in Rome doing the 100 and 200-metre double. Olivia Fotopoulou of Cyprus, a semi-finalist over the 100 metres, 10 times their national champion across all the sprint events. And inside, the Cypriot, Julia Henriksson of Sweden. 5 times their national champion over the shorter sprints. And starting in lane number 4, Paula Sevilla of Spain, a World Championship finalist. Under 23 seconds at her best, not quite in that form this year. Gunter Vaikule of Latvia starts in lane number 3. Another athlete in this field that has a huge amount of national sprint titles to her name, and completing the lineup in lane number 2, Lorena Dorcas Bazolo of Portugal. 100-meter semi-finalist lining up in lane number 2. So Portugal, Latvia, Spain, Sweden, Cyprus, Switzerland. The defending champion Kambundji goes in 7. Hungary and Germany represented in the last semi-final of the women's 200 meters. The final chance for 2 automatic spots. And currently in our hot seat, Parisot of France with 22.73. And Emmanuel Iladou of Greece, 22.84. There they are, right on cue, waiting patiently to see if they can make a European final. So Takacs of Hungary is the fastest in lane number 8, 22.71 seconds this year. But look at Kambundji, the defending champion, the 100-meter finalist, swinging into the home straight as expected. Fotopoulou of Cyprus on the inside, Henriksson of Sweden in lane number 5, pushing for an automatic spot. But Munjinga Kambundji of Switzerland, 22.52 seconds, over 3/10 off her season's best. And Henriksson of Sweden is hoping, and yes, she has. She equals her national record, the Swedish athlete in second, 22.82 seconds. Well, Fotopoulou has run 22.92 seconds. It's not going to be enough to get her into the final, but Kambundji looked very, very good in that 3rd semi-final. Really good, Phil. Kambundji and Nita, oof.
Yes, it does look as though it's going to be a head-to-head between the Briton and the Swiss athlete. You look at that, there was only 1/100th between them in terms of their semi-final wins. As we look at Kambundji, well, Kambundji was under a little bit of pressure earlier in the race from Fotopoulou, and then Henriksson coming through very strongly in lane 5 to save that 2nd automatic qualifying spot. Really good run from Henriksson there. Fotopoulou just being run out, just missing out on a place in the final, and as we saw there, absolutely delighted reaction from the 2 women who were in the first semi-final, Parisot and Emmanuel Iladou.
There's confirmation then, Switzerland and Sweden automatically through. And the 2 small cues, as Phil has mentioned, has gone to Parisot of France, and also the Greek athlete with that 22.84 personal best, also making the final.